mainly write about? Nature and everyday objects that are typically kind of little. So if your student has a poem inspired by Valerie Worth, it's not going to rhyme. And it shouldn't. So it's not going to rhyme. It's going to be about an everyday object or nature. Right? And then we had Walter Dean Myers. And he has a poem called Lawrence Ham, 19, Student Athlete. It's more than the ball, blur, dribbled down the hardwood floor. More than the step past you, greater than the lift, the awesome soar through space, rim high, higher. And the monster jam that crumbles egos, all this and moves so sweet that makes shadows stumble. I own this sacred space, this holy court, these painted lanes, this kiss of palm on glass, these kicks, the smell of sweat and pain. Call me muscle and flight, gone is my name, and slam in the sweet universe of ball, I am. Yeah, okay. So Walter Dean Myers, tell me about him, boys and girls. Modi? Imagery, always. He typically has an onomatopoeia. What is an onomatopoeia? Except a really long, hard to spell word. Cameron? It's a word that makes the sound as you say it. So he typically has an onomatopoeia in there. What else, Mikey? Free verse. So he doesn't always rhyme. He wrote about everyday things, but a little bit more specific. Perla? Right, yes. He did write a lot of lines, because we're always long. Natalia? Sometimes he used a regular rhythm. Sometimes he used an irregular, which we know means not regular. Yes. Walter Dean Myers liked to write about the city, his neighborhood, people and places that were important to him. So if your student chose Walter Dean Myers, their poem is going to be about somebody or some place that's important to them. And it's probably not going to rhyme either. And that's a good thing. This is more, we're getting ready to start with some students if you want to. Okay. So do I have anyone that wants to volunteer to go first to the red carpet?
Yeah.
All right, Robel. Let's do it, my man. But you're going to need your poem.
Unless you memorized it.
Unless you memorize it. Now, one thing I forgot to add, boys and girls, when you're up here, kids, read it nice and loud and proud so that everybody can hear. Not too fast, but not too slow.
I
Okay?
love your runway. Maybe he needs to be at the front of the runway.
He's going to walk it.
Oh, got it.
All right. Floor is yours, sir. What is the title of your poem?
Decide that it's all about her.
You wrote a poem about me.
Yeah.
Who was your inspired poet?
Walter D. Myers.
Walter Dean Myers. Okay. So let's hear it.
Miss Isaac is 46 years old. She is a nice teacher. She likes everyone to be as quiet as a mouse. She loves everyone and is a very nice teacher and is very kind.
I love it, Rebel. Nice job. Thank you. All right, Mikey, did you want to go next?
I feel the same as
All right. What's the title of your poem?
The animals.
The animals, and your inspired poet was? Valerie Worth. Okay.
The animals eating fruit, going down the jungle and searching for more animals. Down in the jungle, animals passing by like a fast-paced car.
Boys and girls, he used the phrase like a fast race car. That is an example of a simile. Comparing two things. All right, I'm Modi. Oh, time out. Name of your poem.
Read, Father, read.
Read, Father, read. And who is your inspired poet? Walter D. Myers. Okay. then, man, Amalia, nice job, Cody. Not a crowd.
My spell my book is
Oh, sorry, yep, never mind, go ahead. Title of your poem is,
Me in the countryside.
and your inspired poet is,
Robert Frost.
makes total sense.
I live in a cabin with my dog, and I saw a mouse near my house. My dog got mad at the mouse and ate it. Then I said, "Bad dog," and he cried. Then we walked, and as we walked, we saw a squirrel, and then he chased the squirrel.
Boys and girls, make sure you're reading loud and proud, because people back here, Omaha's dad, needs to be able to hear you, okay? All right. The title of your poem, Flowers, and your inspired poet, Valerie Worth. Okay, so about nature.
The roses that I found would grow in the grass to be big flowers. It would rain and the water hits the flowers and wet the flower. The sun pops up in the sky. The sunlight dries it up and it grows. More flowers will grow and get big and bigger.
All right, Calvin. You memorized it, Calvin?
Yes, it's short.
It's short. So, who is your poet?
Robert Frost.
Robert Frost was your inspired poet. What's the name of your poem?
House by the river.
House by the River. Is this an important place to you? Or, actually, no, you're Robert Frost, so it's just a countryside. Okay.
I live in a house by the river, but sometimes it gives me a quiver. I have a rat, but it's a good thing my cat will get rid of that rat.
Come on in. Let me ask you this. Do you want to be in one room? Because she can go next door if you want. That'll make it easier. All right, time out. The name of your poem.
First day of fall.
Okay, don't tell me, tell them.
The title of my poem is First Day of Fall.
And it's inspired by
Watching the time.
Walter Dean Myers. Okay, so
It's the first day of fall, and whispers. We got push. The leaves fall as they snap. It rains hard. It starts to get foggy. There are clouds on the ground. It's almost Halloween. Kids are getting ready for it. They're carving pumpkins, choosing outfits and costumes. They're decorating houses and monsters coming out. Those decorators go scaring children. They're saying, "Boo! It's time to nightmares for us." Ha ha ha.
volunteers. Attitude. The name of your poem. What's the name of your poem? Nature, inspired by Valerie Worth. Okay.
The sun is baby on the birds that chirp in the day like the owls that went to the night. The colorful leaves fall from the trees as rocks rumble down the mountain on a beautiful nature day.
All right, Imani. The title of your poem, Weather, and your inspired poet, Valerie Worth. Okay, take it away.
The dry, dusty dirt dancing on trees and branches. The sun is starting to come out. Flowers are starting to bloom. Then rain starts to come down. Wind starts to come. Swish, swish, like a surprising thunderstorm is coming by.
Volunteers. Oh. So the name of your poem. Okay, what's the name of your poem? Love That Basketball, inspired by Walter Dean Myers. Okay.
Love that basketball like ball like Walter D. Myers likes to play. Be active like Walter D. Myers, play like Walter D. Myers. A basketball sounds like bang, bang, bang. When kids come and dance basketball, they slam the door, boom, boom. When kids go outside, they're going to chat and chat.
Repetition, onomatopoeia. You guys are doing great. R. So the name of your poem is. There we go. And you're inspired by Walter Dean Myers. You wrote about people that were important to him. So your mom is important to you. All right. Loud and proud.
My mom makes me happy and she cooks really good. She almost lets me do anything I want. We went to the movie park, went to eat at my family's pork dinner, and eat delicious smoked potatoes. And I eat like a horse. My mom makes me food with her a few pops and pops.
All right. You're kind of matching my red carpet here, girl. All right. So the name of your poem is Weather, and it's inspired by Robert Frost. Take it away.
We fought and fought and rode and rode and shake and shake and just clap and clap and just clap. We'll see swish and swish, fall into cold snow, hot chocolate electric frozen bed. Shake and roll, we shake and shake.
Any more volunteers? All right. The name of your poem is Grass and Dirt, inspired by Valerie Worth.
Grass sways from left to right, surrounded by something mushy, something earthy. It's dirt. The dirt seems to fade, causing the grass to take over. Water drips from a cloud of creatures. A crispy piece of dirt, turning it damp and moist, spreading to others like a disease.
Loud and proud. The name of your poem is
My mother's expressions.
My Mother's Expressions. And you're inspired by, that's what I thought, Walter Dean Myers.
My mom is mad like a pepper. She might get sad like a puddle of water. But she is more glad than mad or sad.
Beyonce. All right, the name of your poem is The Rooster, inspired by Robert Frost. Oh, girl, you gotta finish one more. There we go.
There's a garden where the rooster drinks cold and fresh water among the hot sun within. Not a wall of it. Running as fast as he can after taking a drink, going into a great coop, he says, "Cackle-doodle-doo, cackle-doodle-doo," and so I did.
I love it. All right, so Johnny, the name of your poem is what? A boy who had a what? What? A seed. Okay. Inspired by what poet? Valerie Worth. Okay.
A boy who has an apple seed, he planted the seed in his backyard and he went to the forest to find a
Oh, to be continued. Woo! All right. So you're off to a good start. All right. Last up is Miss Margaret. Right? Because I think that's everybody else.
No.
Who didn't get to
Sarah
go?
hasn't went.
Who?
No, Sarah will.
Sarah's next door.
I went.
All right. The name of your poem is Apple Tree, inspired by Valerie Worth. Okay.
apple tree, sugar moose, apple tree, bright red apple tree, round like a basketball, so sweet you are, apple tree. Can't stop eating your apple tree, get very rich.
All right. How many of you think you can enjoy the rest of your day now.
Yes.
You want to do it again? Are you serious? You want to read? Okay, well, I want to make sure I'm understanding. You want to read your poem to the class again?
Yes. Does that get us a 4?
You guys are crazy. It doesn't get you a 4. No, it's not get you a 4. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit. What I want to do now, I'm really proud of you, is give you a chance to provide feedback now to your classmates. So here's how it's going to work. Everybody's going to get one of these. In the middle, you are going to write your name and the title of your poem. Okay? That's what's going in the middle. And then in a moment, we're going to just walk around and you're going to give positive feedback on this paper about the poem. Now when you're giving feedback, try to be specific. I like when you used the word surprising thunder. Or no, like a surprising thunder. That's specific. I like that you used onomatopoeia. I thought you had a cool simile. Be specific. Don't just say, I liked your poem. I mean, that's okay, but if you can be specific, that's even better. Now, this is not the time to critique the poem. And we've talked about the word critique and where you kind of give suggestions. Now's not the time for suggestions. We've already had that time. This is the time where you can go and read your classmates' poems, again, if you need to, and give them some positive thoughts about their poem, okay? What's going in the middle?
Your name.
Your name and the title of your poem. So this is going to be on your desk with your poem next to it, okay? That way, as we're walking around, people can read your poem if they need to, okay? Just to refresh their memory. We'll spend a few minutes doing that. Boys and girls, when you're giving that feedback, all right. What? Like on the side here, or on the inside? Either way. Either way. All right. We're going to spend a little bit of time giving feedback, walking around. I'll put on.
Don't look in here. Don't look in here.
Back up.
All right. So is your name and the title of your poem on your paper?
Yes.
All right. Red carpet.
I have a bucket.
What's wrong with you?
You can start off with I like that. So boys and girls, maybe you start off by saying I like whatever. Or it was cool that. Out of 23 of us, we're probably gonna have some duplicates.
Good thing. My cat I know. There. When did they know how to write in cursive?
Yes, John.
In third grade, I mean. They're good at cursive? Yeah. It's basically like sync. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it's not.
This is Josh. Come back for Josh.
Why'd you come in and say, think about Kool-Aid? I said, she got Kool-Aid. But she didn't mean why you